You've landed that big raise or that fat contract you've been gunning for. You're eating out more often and you're buying better stuff. But are you really getting richer? It's hard to know because the signs of wealth aren't always obvious. Here are 9 not so obvious signs you're getting richer than you think. If you are interested in this subject, comment below, yes, I'm ready to receive financial wisdom. You just need to say in the comments now, yes, I'm ready to receive financial wisdom. Just type it in and I'll drop a heart to support the channel. Remember to like and subscribe. It's free, takes a second and does plenty. Okay, now that you've commented and subscribed, let's get into it. Sign number 1, you don't define wealth by a number. For the longest time, I defined wealth by a number. I would always feel to myself that if I could just make X amount of money, then everything will be great. I will be really happy and successful. But the more money I started making, the more I realized it wasn't about the number, it was about the kind of life you get to live and how much you actually get to enjoy your life. I was always stressing about bills, worrying about how I was going to try to make ends meet when I was making less money. If you can relate or have ever felt this way before, let me know by hitting that button below. Now, making a little more money, those things aren't such a big concern to me anymore. Examples, I won't say that I'm rich, but I'm able to travel and buy things to keep me happy. You have been working really hard to put money aside for a down payment on a house. You have made sacrifices by working extra hours at work and really cutting back on your spending. But after all those years of great savings, you finally have enough for the down payment and you buy your first home. Now, what wealth means to you has changed. It's no longer having a certain amount of money in the bank. It's now the stability and security that comes from owning your place. Another great example is reaching financial independence. It's probably not news to you that a lot of people in the workforce hate their jobs. As such, they've attacked a number to their freedom and work to get one step closer to it every single day. But when they get there, what they see as wealth changes. It is not so much being wealthy, but having the money necessary to live a work-free lifestyle, to now enjoy all the aspects of life that one holds dear. Once you start to think that being wealthy isn't defined by a value, but by your lifestyle and happiness, you are on the way to real wealth. Sign number 2, you can retire rich. Tracking retirement goals would help answer the question of whether you are attaining riches. Truth is, financial independence is in the pursuit of almost all of us vigorously. We long for the day that we can hand in our 2-week notice at work and sail off into the sunset. Unfortunately, few people are on track with their retirement goals, meaning that most will never leave their cubicles behind. But why is this possible? Most employees wait until it is too late before they set up a retirement fund. They are too busy living for today to put away money for tomorrow, or they think they can work forever. Now, this is a common mistake, and I share many mistakes you need to avoid in order to get rich on this channel. So do make sure you hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. But revisit who or what declares that a person is financially equipped for their retirement. Does it mean that $1 million is stashed in your retirement account? It may, but that is not all. Besides owning a turbocharged retirement portfolio, other specific financial traits have been associated with early retirees and could be used to test your readiness for retirement as you gauge your wealth progression. The first one is that you're debt-free. If you've managed to completely wipe your debt slate clean and you owe no one, then this is the number 1 sign that you're eligible to ditch the steady paycheck. Dispensing with high-interest debt, such as credit cards and a mortgage, rapidly chips away at a retirement fund. Thus, it is highly advisable to pay these off as early as possible. A retiree who pays off a debt will have an increased amount to contribute to his retirement account. Another point is, timely retirees have a high emergency fund to finance emergencies, especially on health. Remember that your employer benefits will disappear as soon as you retire. And as much as we wouldn't wish any health collapse on anyone, most conditions do not give a warning. It is, therefore, safe to have a good plan to cater for the medical bills. And most early retirees often start their retirement plan early. You can start early to benefit from compound growth, which is simply some free money. Most growth mutual funds tend to pay a very respectable rate of interest, which, when compounding over years, makes a tremendous difference. And just the earlier, the better. Incidentally, if you're enjoying this video and you'd like another one like this, please comment "I want more." Just go ahead. Write "I want more" so that I know. If you have been enjoying this video so far, please tap the like button. And if you are new here, tap the subscribe button to help us get to 100,000 subscribers. We are that close. Can I count on you? If you are already subscribed, you are going to comment "I subscribe." Just go comment "I subscribe." Thank you for doing that. Now that you commented, let's keep going. The third sign: you begin to spend on things you love. Among the most frequent yet inconspicuous signals that you are in fact growing richer is when you have started spending considerably more time and money on things you love. Economists say, for most people, work is a necessary evil, which sometimes takes up a good part of their time. They wake up in the morning, kill their alarm, put on some clothes, and hop into their car for the commute to the office. They will then sit there for 8 or more hours, only to come back home feeling shot from all of it. Cope up the depressingly long day by watching some mindless TV and wake up the next day to do it all over again. As such, fortunately, once you start making more money, you realize that you have more freedom to select what you will spend your time on, apart from work, and can afford to take some time off to enjoy your hobbies and interests. Getting to this point requires the implementation of an income strategy that few people use, though. You see, there are really 2 ways to make more money: work more or earn more per hour you work. If you rely on the former, you're unlikely to ever have the free time you want, even if you have the money on hand. That's why learning to increase your value per hour is definitely the more advisable way toward gaining wealth and happiness. A physician earning $1,000 a shift needs only work a single day to make sufficient money to survive a week. The person earning $20 per hour therefore has to put in a week of 50 hours to come close to that. But that doesn't mean you have to become a doctor. But the more valuable skill set you're able to develop, the more free time you'll unlock in the future, and buy more to do things you love. Whether it is signing up for a cooking class or going on an African safari, you will be able to indulge your passion in a way that was previously impossible. I know from my own experience that I began to realize I was becoming more wealthy when I could afford to take unpaid time off work to travel. Before reaching to this level of financial success, I would have to work ceaselessly, whereby even a single missed paycheck will do me a serious dent in my finances. But knowing how to make more money for every single hour I work, even earning money without my involvement through assets investment, financial success will be easy and practically living good. It wasn't until I heard Henry David Thoreau's quote, "Wealth is the ability to fully experience life," and that I began to feel comfortable in my financial position. Far too many people are condemned to a lifetime in the vicious cycle of financial hell, never becoming able to experience life. They can't enjoy dining at restaurants, going on vacation, or simply not having crippling anxiety over their finances. For your sake, I hope this is not the position you are in. But if it is, just know that I have been there before. And if I can overcome it, then so can you. In fact, if you find that you are spending more and more money on things that you love, then right there is a good sign that you're getting wealthier. Sign number 4, you don't catch yourself repeatedly checking your bank account. Now, we've all been guilty of doing this. Only a few more days until your next paycheck, so you pray that no unforeseen expenses enter the fold while you're trying to finagle your last $50 to last. If you have experienced this kind of worry, it can truly be crippling to your psyche. But the good news is, if you're making the right decisions with your money, this won't be a long-term way of life. As you stabilize and improve the state of your finances, you start worrying less about the cost of small items. You will probably stop worrying about whether or not you can afford that cup of coffee or the new shirt, and just realize that you probably want to buy it, and will do so. That's a subtle sign that your overall financial picture is looking rosier. It also suggests that you are beginning to feel more confident about your ability to manage money. I'm not trying to get all overly personal, but I used to be strawberries for my cash much of the time, and am no stranger to the paycheck-to-paycheck lifestyle. I know what it's like to put that candy bar back on the shelf. I know the sinking feeling of a negative bank balance and the feeling of defeat that comes from working the entire month at a job you hate, with ultimately little to show for it financially. However, remember that getting a bit apprehensive to spend money, especially if you are on a mission to save or to get out of ticket, is natural. But later, when you are in a comfortable position, you might get less concerned about the cost of everyday items. You will no longer mark that payday on your calendar. You won't feel the need to be asking a friend to split the bill with you when you go out. These many little signs of financial success cut the friction in our lives and liberate so much mental room. So once you have reached that stage, just savor the newfound financial freedom. Don't feel reluctant to spend on that new dress or a new pair of shoes that you wish to treat yourself to because you've earned it. Sign number 5, you feel an inner peace. There's a subtle sign that most people will not notice you're getting rich. It's the kind of peace which takes place continuously behind your conscious attention. And what am I trying to say? So when you are poor, there's this continuous subtext of being anxious. You are worried about money, making ends meet, and not being able to afford things. Such a constant force that it could well just pass under your radar, but definitely is there, exacting its price from your mental and emotional health. That's why, personally, one of the worst things about not having money is lack of peace. I know from experience that when I was trying to make ends meet, every email from my boss made me worried I was going to get fired, and every noise my appliances made in my house had me praying that something wasn't about to break. It is no way to live life. However, when your finances aren't where you want them to be, you basically guarantee you feel this way. That background hum of anxiety whispers away when you start to see the experience of real money coming your way. You do not have to worry so much. You can relax and enjoy your life more. So when you get an email from your boss, you can focus on the task at hand. Worst case scenario, you quit your job, confident that if you run into any trouble, you have a huge emergency fund you could possibly want to live on until you get another job. Or if that 10-year-old appliance finally gives up, just go out and buy a new one, which you've been thinking of doing anyway, now that you've got a bit more money. The sense of peace that could come from this way of looking at how changes through more money could make your mind and body feel soothed and healed. It simply means that, when you detect a low level of peace in your background, it may be a sign that you are becoming rich at long last. Congratulations, you made it. It means that we become wealthy through more than just reaching a certain financial goal or gaining a certain income. It's just these subtle little shifts in your life and thinking that happen. You find yourself not wringing your hands over a majority of the day-to-day purchases, not being hung up on the amount of the number, being rich, finding that sense of inner peace, being on track toward retirement, and spending more on what you love. Financial abundance is not about money in the bank, it's about freedom, security, and fulfillment that money brings to you. So, with that in mind, as you notice these signs in your life, take a moment to appreciate the progress you have made and keep establishing the kind of lifestyle you desire. If this video has brought value to your life and you want to help others by sharing your knowledge, I would love to hear your thoughts. Please do comment your thoughts and drop a comment saying I watched the video till the very end. So give me a heart. As soon as I see this comment, definitely I will heart it. Now, this journey has 3 more significant steps for you to get your next level of achievement going in life. Please like this video. Second, subscribe to this channel. Thirdly, turn on the notification bell. If you do this, I will continue to bring you life-transformative information each week for free. Don't miss out on future videos where we will be sharing even more golden nuggets of knowledge. All I'm asking in return is your subscription. So thank you for that. This inspires and motivates us to create more content that is uplifting and motivational. Click on the link in the video description below to join now and be part of our journey to excellence and financial success. I highly encourage you to watch our next video. Don't hesitate to share this video. It might assist someone. If you found this video interesting, it probably was because you value changing your financial situation. But for starters, you might ask, how far do you get with all that money and generational wealth? So that's where it comes. I'll take you through the steps that put you here with major success. Again, for the details, click on this video right here. Anyway, that'll do it for this report right here. We love you.